I feel like for the month of June, it's going to be very emotional, in a sense as to dealing with your emotions. Maybe a lot of you guys are blocked off. I feel like a lot of you guys have been in past relationships that haven't brought you happiness. And it's like, when you meet the right person, you won't even know because you're so blocked off and you have like this guard up and you feel like everybody's the same. And not everybody's the same. We got to remember that who we choose as a person is a constant thing. So if you consistently choose the same person, you're going to consistently get the same results. So I feel like disappointment has brought this like blockage upon you. And I feel like, just take things in moderation. I feel like a lot of you guys are dealing with a lot of depression, maybe sorrow, sadness about certain situations from the past. I feel like for most part, give it some time. And just believe in yourself. Have faith in yourself. Have faith that you are going to attract what it is that you want. Okay, so since this card is in the middle, I always say I go with the one in the middle, the card in the middle. And the card in the middle is like, past experiences, past, possibly a lot of you guys might be in love still or constantly thinking about somebody from the past. It could be a friendship or relationship. I feel it's more so like a love connection. The reason being, I feel like what's going to happen is it's one of those scenarios where I feel like a lot of you guys are going to walk away from a certain situation. It didn't bring you happiness. It did not bring you what you were looking for. And I feel like you're going to do some soul searching and you're going to come to that point where you're going to say, hey, I'm going to walk away, possibly move away to a new apartment or somewhere new to look for something better because you're not being satisfied. Okay, that is one of the reasons why I feel like for the month of June is going to be very emotional. So I feel like a lot of you guys are going to just walk away, and then once you walk away, it's going to bring you a lot of like abundance and happiness and everything. But at the same time, overnight, I feel like there was some type of separation overnight. So possibly a lot of you guys might have been, living day to day with a person or living in the same, living day to day with a person, and it's like overnight, it's going to be one of those things where foundations just shatter and people just get up and walk away. So I feel like some type of separation of some kind. But although it's going to happen, the foundations weren't sturdy to begin with. So I feel like it's one of those long-term things that it was just dragging on for two people to walk away. And I feel like you're just consistently holding on to the relationship because it's something that you're used to, not because you're completely in love with the person, but it's like you're just used to it, okay? And you didn't know a way out. So I feel like a lot of you guys for the month of June are going to be thinking about, or if you haven't already, because it is May, so possibly you guys might be thinking about or contemplating about walking away from a certain situation because it's not bringing you completely happiness. I feel like you'll be a lot more happy when you do walk away. You have a lot of family, a lot of friends. I feel like I want to say it's, that person that you're dealing with, it's like there was issues with that person. I feel like it was more like you couldn't bring them around your family or something, or there was a lot of restriction with that person. You know what I mean? It wasn't like the traditional relationship where, you have a gathering or something and he or she goes over to the gathering. I feel like a lot of people did not like that person. There was issues there, tension between a couple people. So I feel like, another message I do want to bring in is that I feel like, for those of you who walked away or walking away from a certain situation, I feel like there's going to be a reconciliation of some kind of like somebody's going to come back and return and say, hey, you know what? Possibly things didn't work out the way it was supposed to, but we have stuff to talk about. We have something to talk about. Sometimes I feel like they want to come back and say they're sorry type of situation. But at the same time, it's someone from the past. So possibly it could be a love relationship. It can also be a friend or a family member. Somebody from the past is coming back. I feel like you've had deep emotion and connection with them. I feel like there was a deep relationship with that person, but I feel like you were waiting for them to come back. But what the problem with this is that you need to be ready. You need to do some soul searching and see if this is what you really want. Because I feel like your answers are going to be answered, but I feel like you're not ready for it. Like, although this is something that you want, this might not be exactly what you're ready for, is what I want to say. I also feel like those of you who might be in a relationship with somebody and you still think about the person from the past. I feel like that person from the past that you're consistently thinking about, you think about all the good times, maybe childhood memories. Um, I feel like it was one of those scenarios where you consistently think about them. Possibly you might have child. It could be like with an ex-husband or an ex-wife, and I feel like there was children involved in that relationship that you're thinking about. It could be a past husband, like I said, or your children's father. I feel like you consistently think about that, and possibly you might be wishing for them to return. But I feel like it's one of those scenarios where they hurt you so much that even if they were to return, I feel like you wouldn't wanna, be with them when they return. It'd be one of those scenarios where you'd want to hurt them like they hurt you, because I feel like they hurt you very bad. Yeah, so that reconciliation of somebody coming from the past, that person's going to come to offer you something. So like I said before, someone from the past you've dealt with, it's going to be a reconciliation of some kind. I don't feel like it's going to be one of those scenarios where you can possibly be already in a relationship and already talking to somebody, and that person's going to want to return and tell you like, hey, let's get together. They're going to want to offer you something, okay? Possibly that person, they're very emotional person. They're expecting like for you to take them back with open hands type of situation. They don't know how to act. I feel like that they see that they're kind of losing you little by little, and they're not sure exactly what to do and how to react towards it. What I do want to say is that you're gonna have to make a choice. Okay, you're gonna have to make a choice if you want to be with them. I feel like a lot of you guys might be already talking to somebody, and a choice will have to be made, and you're gonna have to decide whether you're gonna want to be with this person or the other person. Okay, I just want to tell you that be self-aware. Know that you can manifest what it is that you want. I also feel like for those of you who are going to have to make a decision between two people, I feel like one is younger and one is older. So those of you might be dealing with an older person and a younger person. And I feel like the younger person is more invested, more in love, and rather the other person is like a mother figure. Possibly they might be attached to you, or he can be attached to you because of the way that you are, the way that you present yourself. You're like a motherly figure, you know what I mean? And I feel like there's going to be a choice that has to be made. I feel like it's going to happen sometime in the summertime. So this is June. So June, at the ending of June, it's summer. Yes. Okay. So I feel like that offer, that person that's returning to you, that could be a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Again, this is Pisces, so you can be dealing with somebody of the same element as you, but not entirely for sure. It's more of a their energy could be like that sign. They can be kind of manipulative at some times or some point. But I feel like this person is returning to offer you that love or that reconciliation of some kind. That person is very emotional. Okay, very emotional. When they care, it's kind of one of those situations where it's hard to get rid of them type of situation. And they're going to offer you love. I feel like it's going to be sometime in the summertime. You're going to have to make a decision. It's going to be a birth of something. So I feel like a lot of you guys are, instead of you guys staying with the older person or the newer person that you're dealing with, when that person returns, what's going to happen is that you're going to want to leave that person and kind of and go with the newer person, and you're going to be successful. So whatever decision you make, you will be successful. I do want to say this. Make sure a lot of you guys will not be in a relationship and trying to date, talking to somebody else, and then end up getting pregnant. Because I see that as well. Like one of those scenarios where you might even get pregnant from the third party, and then things will be rough down from there. Okay, you don't want to do that at all, because I feel like you'll be successful any way you go. This will happen sometime in June. That is it. These are seasons for me. So for me, I feel like this is spring and this is June. It's gonna happen all of a sudden. You'll have deep love, abundance. So that new person that's coming to you, I feel like they're gonna make you more happy than the last person did. Okay, so that's one of the things I do want to tell to you guys. So I pulled out 3 cards from 2 cards from the romantic deck. Okay, so these 2 cards are people. I want to say these are for my single people. This one's for my single, and this is for the people who are in a relationship. Like I said before, I feel like a lot of you guys might be dealing with an air sign or a water sign. I feel like you're trying so hard to make things work that it's like it's just one of those things where you're used to them. You're kind of scared of the unknown, so you're scared to like walk away and start new. I feel like what happens is that you're not really sure and what's the next step to take. Okay, so for my singles, this card, what this is telling me is that free yourself, all that negative energy that you're carrying around from the past, that blockage that you're doing to yourself. You're not very detached, very prudent, not love. I feel like you're okay with it because the person doesn't show you love and affection, and prior to past relationships, it's one of the reasons why you are the way that you are. Okay, free yourself. It's time to take back and control of your life. So free yourself from all that negativity, whatever runt, whatever, however you feel stagnant, that things are not moving, move away from it, because I feel like you're not really stuck. It's more of a mental thing. You're not stuck physically. You have to learn how to believe in yourself, okay? So for those of you who are in a relationship that are trying to consistently make it work with somebody, unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Like I said before, separation of some kind will be coming for the month of June. I feel like you're looking for something very deep, and the foundation was never sturdy to begin with. There's a lot of things that are wrong with this person. I feel like you're independent, you're loving, you're a mother figure, you're a homebody, you like to cook, you like to clean, and the person that you're involved with doesn't really I want to say doesn't really see all the effort that you make. Kind of thing. I feel like maybe you might even be naggy to them. Maybe they might complain and say, "Oh, all you do is nag me." You're trying to make it work, but it's not enough to make things last, is what I want to say. So that separation is some kind that you guys are going through. It's meant to be that way because I feel like it's not something that's divine, something that's real. This is a message from the angels. Angel therapy. Archangel Raphael, give your cares and worries to us and allow us to take your burdens. So any worries that you have, talk to your spirit guide. I always like to say that because everybody has a spirit guide, whether you name it, whatever the case is. Talk to whoever is close to you. Any people that have passed on as well, talk to them. Talk to them because I feel like our worries are there because we sit there and we think about them a lot. Now, from the chakra deck, I picked out 2 cards from the chakra deck. Okay, faith and growth. So have faith in yourself. And I believe it's funny that I said this in the beginning of the video. I feel like you lack faith in yourself. And once you believe in yourself, you're going to allow yourself to grow. Because I feel like the biggest message for you guys for the month of June is to believe in yourself. Remember, what you allow will continue. Also remember that try not to live in the past so much, because I can honestly see like some of you guys sitting down really thinking about somebody from the past and wishing you can be with that person. Like the person that you're with at the moment, it's like you're just taking up time waiting for the other person to return, but I feel like you're going to be waiting a very, very years at that. So try to focus on yourself and try to move forward on yourself, you know what I mean? What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to read. So the first one is faith. Second one is growth. So with the growth part, I feel like allow yourself to manifest what it is that you want. Allow yourself to look at a bad situation and see the good in it. See the lessons in that bad situation so that you can move forward. For your chakra, these are 2 chakras. So the colors signify a certain meaning. Okay. So if you guys are interested in chakra, 2 chakras that I suggest you guys try to clean out for the month of June. The purple one is going to be your bra chakra. So that would be like your third eye. So try to clean that one out. You need cleansing on that end. And then the growth, which is the green, that is your heart chakra. So what I suggest you is to try to cleanse yourself, do some type of meditation or cleansing. The heart chakra is allowing yourself to grow, allowing to take the past experiences, leave them where they're at, and give yourself the ability to grow and to look for a deeper meaning, okay?